Huh? I'm pinged in it? Why?
Today, from State Farm
but I call you Jasmine now.
Glendale, Arizona.
Fine, alhamdulillah. Lost some good sleep. Boy.
We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess. They could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And no excitement, unless you're on the defensive team of last week, in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Play action, now it's Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Murray off play action. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A big pickup of 38. 1st and goal at the 1. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Locates Ertz going across the middle. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all they needed. 1st down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2nd down and 4. Murray going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. To throw is Murray. That's once again complete to Chark. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Murray again. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jerome Baker make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa out to his left. This one deep for Wilson. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Achane. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having ball.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Off of play action, Tagovailoa sliding out of the pocket. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Well, they've looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, here's Tua. He'll buy some time right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Here's Murray. That pass complete to Moore. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Connor. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A final shot before half for Murray. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we see Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Where was the Jets, who were able to come away with the win at home? Breece Hall, over 100 on the ground in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Aaron Jones has a touchdown on the ground. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Ryan Tannehill, another strong game as his guys move to 9-1 on the season.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Tua rolling to his right. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Gain of 37.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 27. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Waddle, the motion man right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Isaiah McKinnon, 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. No return here for Barner. It's a touchback. They'll start at the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Murray. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball. And unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. From the 21, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Murray. That one complete. He finds Sharp. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and you come up with the interception in the end zone.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now 2nd and 5. Waddle the motion man right. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they'll give this stage and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Here's Murray. Able to find Ertz, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here's 1st down. Murray now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Now Murray's got to have this one. A desperation heave for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was,